Today we continue كتاب التوحيد الذي هو حق الله على العبيد, the book of Tawheed, monotheism, which is the right of Allah over His creation. And we read chapter number 1 and chapter number 2, and we saw how those two chapters, they were about establishing the obligation of Tawheed and the importance of Tawheed, and that Tawheed is the message of all the prophets of Allah, and that Tawheed is the first obligation on the creatures, and then the opposite of that, a shirk, associating partners with Allah, is the greatest sin. It is the greatest sin. And we saw how the one who comes on the day of judgment with all the sins he committed, as long as he never committed the sin of shirk, meaning he died upon Tawheed, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive him all of those sins. Allah will forgive him all of those sins. Now moving on to the third chapter, he says, the Shaykh, chapter number 3, whoever purifies his Tawheed دخل الجنة بغير حساب. Whoever purifies his Tawheed دخل الجنة بغير حساب. Whoever purifies his Tawheed will enter paradise with no reckoning, with no accounting. He brings the statement of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, إن إبراهيم كان أمة قانتا إن إبراهيم كان أمة قانتا لله حنيفا ولم يكن من المشركين شاكرا لأنعمه اجتباه وهداه إلى صراط مستقيم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He says, surely Ibrahim was indeed an ummah. What translation do you have? Model? He was an ummah, and he was qanitan lillahi, devoutly obedient to Allah. Hanifan, he was someone who always leaned and was always close to Tawheed, running away from shirk. That is the meaning of Hanif. The meaning of Hanif, which is a word which comes a lot in the Quran. What is the meaning of Hanif? Someone who always goes to Tawheed and runs away from shirk. That is the meaning of Hanif. وَلَمْ يَكُ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ, and he, Ibrahim, was not from those people who committed shirk. Now, if you noticed, I said, Inna Ibrahim, surely Ibrahim was an ummah. The word ummah in the Quran, it comes with 4 meanings. The word ummah in the Quran, it comes with 4 meanings. The first meaning of the word ummah is what? A nation. Ahsant. A nation. The first meaning of the word ummah is a nation. As we know, when we say ummah, we mean the nation of Islam. A group of people. That's what ummah means. The second meaning of the word ummah is what? Huh? A time or a place? What is the proof for that? Huh? وقال الذي نجا منهما وادكر بعد أمة. In the story of Prophet Yusuf alayhi salam, he met the two people who saw their dreams in the jail, in the prison. One of them explained his dream, the other one explained his dream. One of them was to die, the other one was to survive and to be close to the king. After he goes out, he's with the king sees a dream. The king says, who can explain this dream? Nobody can explain. Then he remembered, وَادَّكَرَ بَعْدَ أُمَّةٍ, and he remembered after an ummah. Ummah meaning time. He remembered after time. So number one, ummah means nation. Number two, it means time. Number three is the one which you see here. Ummah meaning a role model. A role model, someone to be followed. Someone to be followed. Number four, what is the fourth meaning of the word ummah? Ummah is a religion. A religion. Or a way of doing things. The Quraysh of Makkah and the other kuffar, when they were told, come to Islam, what do they used to say? Inna wajadna aba'ana ala ummatin wa inna ala atharihim la muqtadun. We found our fathers on an ummah, on a particular way, on a religion, and we are going to follow their way. This is the four meanings of the word ummah as it comes in the Quran. So here, though, it means he was the role model. Ibrahim alayhi salam was a role model, and he was qanitan lillahi, firmly, devotedly obedient to Allah. The second verse the Shaykh brings, he says, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also said, وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ بِرَبِّهِمْ لَا يُشْرِكُونَ. And they are the people who do not commit shirk, they do not ascribe partners with their Lord. What is for them? What is the next verse after that? وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ بِرَبِّهِمْ لَا يُشْرِكُونَ. And then no. This verse is which surah? Mu'minun. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is speaking about those who are going to Jannah. Right or wrong? Where is this verse? Beginning or end of Surah Mu'minun? In the middle. وَالَّذِينَ هُمْ بِرَبِّهِمْ لَا يُشْرِكُونَ. What comes next? وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْتُونَ مَا أَتَوْا. The matter is easy. You can just open your Quran and check. وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْتُونَ مَا أَتَوْا وَقُلُوبُهُمْ وَجِلَةٌ أَنَّهُمْ إِلَى رَبِّهِمْ راجعون أولئك يسارعون في الخيرات وهم لها سابقون. This is one of the characteristics of those who have succeeded. And then he brings the hadith from Hussein ibn Abdul Rahman, and the hadith is the main text in this chapter, showing that whoever purifies his tawheed from shirk, he will enter Jannah without any accounting. Hussein ibn Abdul Rahman قال كنت عند سعيد ibn Jubair. I was with Sa'id ibn Jubair.